Not limited to head slipping, I will introduce several principles common to all evasion techniques. 1. The head moves first. The primary goal is to avoid danger. The head moves slightly first, followed by the feet. In reality, the torso moves in conjunction with it. 2. Balance. Many practitioners tend to lose their balance when practicing evasion. This is because their center of gravity moves beyond the base of support of their feet. In lateral movements such as weaving, bobbing, and slipping, the movement should occur within a range similar to the width of the feet. Always keep your center of gravity beneath your feet. 3. Keep your center of gravity low. This relates to the concept of balance. The higher the center of gravity, the lower the stability. If your center of gravity is too high, make sure to bend your knees sufficiently. 4. Don't forget footwork. Many defensive movements do not require covering distance, but footwork is still an important part of these techniques. While you often shift your weight side to side, you stay in place. This kind of weight transfer is the only way to move quickly. 5. Move as slowly and as close as possible. Ideally, you want to evade a punch by either slipping it or moving just slightly out of its path. This allows you to stay within striking range and quickly counterattack without unnecessary movement. Moving at the last moment helps prevent your opponent from changing direction and catching you with another punch. Evasion is a better choice than blocking. Whenever possible, evade attacks without using either hand. This allows your hands to be available for counterattacks. Simple evasion also reduces strain on the joints and muscles. While blocking may be necessary when a clean evasion isn't possible, keeping both hands free is always the best choice. Here's some advice for beginners on how to effectively throw a lead punch. First, check your form when throwing the punch. Aim not just for the target pad, but for an imagined point beyond it. Keep in mind that you should be trying to punch through the pad. Action when throwing a punch. The punch should be thrown not just with the arms, but by moving forward. Just changing your awareness during the movement can make your punch stronger and sharper. The power from kicking the ground allows the hips to rotate, followed by the shoulders, and then the arms extend. When retracting the punch, it should return naturally, not by pulling it back yourself, but by the rotation of the hips and shoulders returning to their original position. The importance of quickly retracting the punch indicates the need to return to the on-guard position swiftly. Distance with your opponent is a crucial element in combat, not just in Jeet Kune. If you are too close, you are more susceptible to attacks, and if you are too far away, your attacks won't reach. It is essential to maintain the proper distance, but beginners often misjudge the distance with their opponents. Consider your opponent's movements and attack range to adjust your own distance. Here, we will mainly discuss the mid-range. At this distance, you can evade your opponent's attacks while still being within range to deliver your own. Attacks such as jabs and low kicks are effective. Observe your opponent's movements while looking for opportunities to attack. It is important to understand your opponent's attack range and adjust your own distance. Maintain the proper distance before your opponent launches an attack. To maintain distance, it is essential to keep moving constantly. By moving forward, backward, and side to side, you make your opponent aware of the distance between you. This can be seen as a strategy that leverages distance. By doing so, you can find opportunities to attack. By targeting the moment your opponent enters your range, you can deliver an effective strike. By managing the distance with your opponent, you can maintain an advantage in combat. By honing your sense of distance, you will be able to execute more effective attacks and defenses. To achieve this, it is essential to develop your footwork. Footwork allows you to change the distance with your opponent and stay within your own effective range. Bruce Lee stated the following about footwork and changing distance. You must adjust in response to your opponent's movements, but never be rough or awkward. You should always be controlled, smooth, and quick. Never make the mistake of dragging your feet or jumping in small, choppy motions. To mislead your opponent's judgment of distance, you must continuously keep your body moving while also maintaining a clear understanding of your own range. To secure the distance that suits you best, it is necessary to constantly change your distance with your opponent.